What would you do if the person you trusted most suddenly needed to lock something away from you? The first time I noticed it, the bedroom was dark except for the dull orange glow of the streetlight bleeding through the blinds. It was 2:17 a.m. I woke up to the sound of metal clicking, soft, careful, deliberate. She was sitting on the edge of the bed, her back to me, hunched over her suitcase like it held something alive. I watched her slide a small silver lock through the zipper loops, something she'd never done in 10 years. She froze when she felt me staring. "Go back to sleep," she whispered. And that was the moment I realized I was already too late. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. It didn't start with the lock. It started with laughter I wasn't part of. We lived in Chicago, in a quiet brick townhouse off West Belmont Avenue. 10 years of marriage, routines carved into muscle memory. Coffee at 6:30, her humming in the kitchen, the same chipped mug she refused to replace. But slowly, that rhythm broke. She started taking calls in the hallway, then outside, then not at all. "Work stuff?" she'd say, brushing past me like I was furniture. At first, I believed her, because that's what loyal husbands do. They explain away the cracks until the whole wall collapses. The humiliation came quietly. One night at a restaurant on North Clark Street, she left her phone face up on the table when she went to the restroom. A message lit up the screen. "Can't stop thinking about last night." No name, just a number. My chest tightened, but I didn't touch it. Not yet. I wasn't ready to confirm what my gut was already screaming. When she came back, she flipped the phone over without even looking at me. "You okay?" she asked. Yeah, I lied. From that night on, I started noticing everything. Receipts from places she'd never mentioned, boutique hotels downtown, valet parking slips from places we'd never gone together. Her perfume changed. Her laugh changed. Even the way she looked at me, like I was something she had already left behind. And then came the cold. It wasn't sudden. It was calculated. "You're being paranoid," she snapped one night when I asked why she was coming home at midnight. "I just asked where you were." "At work. Like I told you. Not everything revolves around you." Her words didn't hurt as much as her eyes. Empty. Detached. Like I was a stranger she had to tolerate. Meanwhile, whoever he was, he got the version of her I used to know. I started breaking down. Alone. In the garage, sitting in the car with the engine off, staring at nothing for hours. Wondering how 10 years could dissolve into secrets and lies. Wondering what I did wrong. But eventually, the sadness burned into something else. Clarity. I stopped asking questions. I stopped reacting. And I started watching. It didn't take long. One afternoon, she left in a hurry, forgetting her tablet on the kitchen counter. No lock. No hesitation. I picked it up. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped it. Messages. Hundreds of them. Photos. Videos. Hotel confirmations. Conversations stretching back months. His name was Eric. A real estate broker in downtown Chicago. Married. 2 kids. They joked about me. Called me predictable. Safe. Convenient. That was the moment something inside me snapped. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly breaking in a way that couldn't be fixed. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I gathered everything. Screenshots. Emails. Bank statements. GPS logs from our shared car. I even hired a private investigator who followed her to a hotel on Michigan Avenue. Room 1418. I had pictures of them walking in together. Laughing. Carefree. Untouchable. That's what they thought they were. Untouchable. That's when the plan began. I contacted a lawyer. Quietly. Methodically. Filed for divorce. Prepared financial separation documents. Made sure every asset, every dollar, every hidden transaction was accounted for. Then I reached out to Eric's wife. Her name was Danielle. We met at a diner off West Fullerton Avenue. She didn't cry when I showed her the evidence. She just stared at the photos like her world had been replaced by something unrecognizable. "What do we do?" she asked. I looked her straight in the eyes. "We don't warn them." We waited. 2 weeks. Then came the night of the charity gala at a hotel ballroom on South Wacker Drive. My wife had been talking about it for months. Bought a new dress. Said it was important for networking. Eric would be there too. Of course he would. The room was filled with people, business owners, investors, polished smiles and fake laughter. They walked in together. Not side by side, but close enough. Close enough for me to see the truth they thought was hidden. I stepped onto the stage when the host called for a brief announcement. The microphone felt cold in my hand. "Good evening," I said, my voice steady. The room quieted. My wife froze. Eric went pale. "I just wanted to share something about honesty." A screen behind me lit up. Photos, messages, hotel receipts, everything. Gasps echoed through the room like a wave. My wife's face collapsed. Eric tried to move, to leave, but Danielle was already standing in front of him. "You're not going anywhere," she said. The chaos that followed wasn't loud. It was devastating. Within weeks, Eric lost his job, his clients, his reputation. Danielle filed for divorce. And my wife? She tried to come back. "I made a mistake," she whispered one night, standing in the doorway like a ghost of who she used to be. I looked at her, really looked at her, and felt nothing. "You made a choice," I said. The court proceedings were swift. The evidence was undeniable. She lost everything she tried to hide. The house, the money, the illusion. And in the end, she walked away with a suitcase. Locked, but empty. I still live in the same townhouse. Same streetlight. Same silence. But some nights, when I wake up at 2:17 a.m., I still hear that faint metallic click in my memory, and I remember the exact moment everything ended before I even knew it had begun. The end.